Hey guys, welcome back to another Skyrim Special Edition video for Xbox One and PS4. Today we have the best mods released from the last 24 hours to showcase in this video, 3 for PS4, and 6 of them are all for Xbox One. I want to thank you all for yesterday's comments from yesterday's video. I know it seems like I change the videos a lot every day, but I don't have plans for any changes anymore. I'm sticking with this way. Anyway guys, let's not wait around and jump straight to our first mod. Our first mod is Alternate Races Skyrim. This adds additional races for you to choose in-game. The mod doesn't add brand new races completely, but rather alternates to already existing races in the game, but haven't just altered their skills and perks. So you can play a race you want to, with the style of gameplay you want to. So what does the mod add? First it adds the Archaean. This reptilian race, well suited for the treacherous swamps of their Black Marsh homeland, has developed a natural resistance to disease and the ability to breathe underwater. They are related, but don't ask them how, to Argonians, and are well suited for combat with the knowledge of some of the strongest poisons to enhance their battle. Next you get Firebrand, Nordic cousins who have taken to the study of magic. Already having the Nord skill for resisting cold, they attune their bodies with the help of magic to resist the heat of fire as well. Legionnaires, a relative of Imperials, who have devoted their life to battle. A strong knowledge of the tactics of warfare, the Legionnaires are skilled fighters. Namira, these Bretons are skilled assassins. Their strength is within the darkness, skilled lockpicks and pickpockets as they travel through the shadows. Quinral, a cousin of the Khajiit. The Quinral are superb at pilfering, they are excellent in speechcraft and are fine enchanters. Finally, the Rihad. The Rihad are known as the Radguard Brothers in Arms. They have focused their life to the armory. Skilled blacksmiths and enchanters, they devoted their time to forging the best equipment in the realm. So that's a little bit of information on all of the new races. Each of their skills have also been changed, so when you choose your race, you start off with a different bunch of skills. For example, Legionnaire's best skills are heavy armor, light armor, one-handed, two-handed, block, and archery. So as you can see, there is a change there in the skills from Imperials. So if you're looking for a brand new race to play, or you just want to play a certain race but want the abilities of another race, then you should try out the alternate races right now. Our next mod is the Monsters Reborn mod. This mod will be your best friend, or enemy, by bringing in a bunch of new enemy types into the game. If you find them too easy, the mod adds challenging and newer enemy types for low level and high level players. The mod has too many different creatures to mention, but some of them include direwolves, Falmer vagabonds, sprigging queens, Falmer spies, rotten heroes, colossus, faceless, rogue assassins, vampire fleshlings, oblivion walkers, sunstrikers, chronomancers, werewolf behemoths, and even a succubus. The mod also adds in a bunch of new dragons including Firefly, Blizzard, Inferno, and a Sovngarde dragon that will spawn after level 200. One of the cool things about this mod is that the enemies have their own weapons and armors, so once you defeat them, you have a bunch of new weapons and armors to use, such as these Arachnomancer robes. Overall, a really cool mod that adds way more diversity to enemies in Skyrim. The leveled enemy feature is cool, as now when you reach certain levels in the game, new enemy types will unlock for you to encounter, so it keeps the game exciting if you're playing for a long time. A cool mod and it's worth checking out. Deadly Draugr of Skyrim is a mod that is part of a series of mods to overhaul all enemies in Skyrim and make them more deadly. We have already seen Deadly Bandits of Skyrim, now we have Deadly Draugrs of Skyrim. This mod overhauls the Draugr by adding new variants, new bosses, and repopulating Draugr tombs. Be warned, downloading this mod will release the Draugr into Skyrim, so expect encounters, similar to when we had Bandits of Skyrim. The new variants added are Draugr Zombie, weak by themselves but like to swarm players, Draugr Bonewalker, the Draugr Knight, who is very aggressive, Draugr King, who is higher than the Draugr Death Overlord, Draugr Champion, often found bodyguarding high-ranking Draugr, Draugr Deathbringer, powerful Draugr Mage, the Draugr Behemoth, who is a Draugr Tank, and also adds a new boss into the game, the Ancient King Alant. So if you're looking for more of a challenge in-game, much in the same way of other mods we have covered from this author like Deadly Bandits of Skyrim, you can check out this mod right now. The Diamond Smithing mod is a really cool mod that adds in some alternate weapons and armors into the game, all based around rare and precious gems. This is a full armor mod for all races and genders that adds in an entirely new class of weapons and armors that lets you use all the gemstones you find throughout Skyrim and craft them into an arsenal of destruction. There are light and heavy sets as well as a mid-weight variant of the light cuirass. However, weapon types from the vanilla sets plus a few extras and crossbows and bolts are all included. So what do you get with the mod? Well, there are 4 classes of weapons and armors available. Garnet, which is the equivalent of iron. All weapons and armors are the same in terms of damage and damage resistance as the category each is in. So the Garnet has the same stats as all iron equipment and so on. Next you have Amethyst, which is the equivalent of steel. Ruby, the same as Dwarven and Elven. Sapphire, which is the same as Orcish. Emerald, which is equivalent to glass and ebony. and finally Diamond, which is the equivalent of Dragon, so it's very tough. Each class comes with a version of each gemstone for all weapons including crossbows, every armor, light and heavy, and includes shields as well. You even get magically enchanted arrows and crossbow bolts for each gemstone as well. So overall you're almost doubling the amount of weapons and armors you can craft in the game. While no different than vanilla armors and weapons in terms of damage and damage resistance, they look much cooler and they give you different options and give you something to spend your gemstones on as well. Overall a really cool mod and it's worth downloading. Next up is Strange Magic Beast Edition. This mod is a continuation of the Strange Beast Magic mods. We have already seen Strange Beast Dragon Edition in a previous video. This mod this time adds beasts into the game. Strange Magic is designed to give players access to unique spells or the ability to use spells in a way that were impossible in the vanilla Skyrim. In addition, Strange Magic adds new items using items that were included in the vanilla game but unobtainable by the player. Items and spells in the series are expensive. This is for balancing purposes and to give players something to buy once they get wealthy. So what do you get with the mod? Well, you get 6 conjurations. 1, you can summon Zeus, who's a level 20 Harker, and he has 4 times movement speed. You can summon Callisto, a level 40 Snow Bear, who has 1.5 times movement speed. Old Cruste, a level 50 Giant Mud Crab, who has 4 times movement speed. Summon Smilodon, a level 60 Sabertooth. Summon the Beastmaster Werewolf, who's a level 70. On top of this, you can also summon an Ancient Mammoth and a Giant. You also get the spell Beast Form, allowing you to transform into a werewolf. Hircine's Gift granting you werewolf stats for 1 day, and Animal Domination, which makes all animals in a 250 foot radius fight for you. All of this can be purchased from the mysterious merchant in the Bannered Mare in Whiterun, for extreme amounts of gold for some people. The merchant will also sell a few things, Hircine's robe and ring, along with tree gore, an enchanted woodcutting axe, which have some unique enchantments. Overall, a really awesome mod series that gives us some awesome and unique, mostly animal conjurations so far, but who knows what other spells are coming to the Strange Magic series, so it's definitely worth keeping an eye on. I really like the spells are all really expensive as well, so you can't get them straight from the start of the game. Since they are all very powerful, it's a cool bunch of spells to work towards getting in-game. Also, it gives you a load of stuff to spend your gold on. So overall, the Strange Magic mod series are all worth downloading. Our final mod is the Adventurer's Basement. A cool mod that takes all the items in your inventory that are related to crafting, alchemy and enchanting, and puts them on display inside of your player home. Now it might not seem very exciting to begin with, it's actually a really cool mod. Adventurer's Basement adds a linked basement to each of the vanilla Hearthfire and Dragon player houses. The primary purpose of this basement is to automatically sort all crafting materials, food, ingredients and potions in the player's inventory and display them throughout the basement as individual physical items. The basement also contains the full suite of crafting, improving and enchanting appliances, so you can make or smith anything you need. The basement is either automatically added upon the acquisition of a player home, so the Whiterun or the Solstheim one, or purchasable as a house decoration from the steward of the applicable town, Riften, Markarth, Windhelm and Solitude. If you own a Hearthfire house, then the basement is also automatically added to the outdoor area, and you can enable and disable it by the drafting table. If you're looking to add this to a mod home, then the Adventurer's Basement also contains a spell, which you can use to summon a trapdoor, which will let you go into the Adventurer's Basement from wherever you want. However, you will have to own a home first in order to be able to access the basement for the first time. The basement sorting system handles all items used in the crafting or improvement of any weapon or armor, all items used or created via cooking, all ingredients, all potions not created by the player, and all items used in construction of the Hearthfire houses. Overall, a really cool mod that sorts out all the items you use for making or crafting anything and displays them for you, making it easier to make things in game. More importantly, it makes it an easy to access place to craft anything you want, anytime you want. Also, it saves you from carrying around all those crafting materials with you if you need to go somewhere new. So it's a really awesome mod and one I highly recommend for everyone. Well guys, there we have it, 6 brand new console mods that you can download right now for Skyrim Special Edition. As always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Also keep up your suggestions coming for the top 5 videos. Loads of you have already let me know, just so I can tell which topics are most popular. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day guys. I'll see you all later for another Skyrim mod video, which will be our first top 5 video of the day. So I will see you all then.